When the final whistle blew, Lionel Messi was in tears again, but this time, they were tears of survival. Down 2-0 until the 79th minute, the defending champions Argentina were staring at one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history. And then, in the space of about 10 minutes, they scored 3 times. Final score, 3-2. It was the first time the god of football and the Egyptian king had ever met in national colours, and the story ran far deeper than the score. The start was a nightmare. In the 15th minute, Egypt's Yasser Ibrahim rose to head home from a set piece. Moments later, Argentina won a penalty, but Messi's spot kick was saved by Egypt keeper Mustafa Shobir. Messi even rattled the post with a free kick. For an hour, nothing would go his way. Then came the VAR drama. Egypt thought they had a second goal, only for it to be ruled out for a foul in the build-up. But in the 67th minute, Mustafa Zico did double the lead, 2-0, and the shadow of an early exit loomed over the Atlanta crowd. The champions were now just 10 minutes from going home. The turnaround began in the 79th minute. Messi crossed for defender Cristian Romero to head one back. For minutes later, Messi himself rifled in the equalizer from close range. And in stoppage time, substitute Lautaro Martinez crossed for Enzo Fernandez to nod in the winner. A frantic Argentina held on, and the champions were through to the quarterfinals. Long before kickoff, this was billed as a duel of two icons. Lionel Messi, holder of a record 8 Ballon d'Or awards, against Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king and a 4-time Premier League Golden Boot winner. For both, it looked like a final World Cup, and the first time they had ever met in national colours. In the end, the scales tipped Messi's way. He erased a poor first half with a goal and an assist, while Salah left the pitch with his head bowed. Part of what made this so dramatic was the scene from the day before. Just one day earlier, a 41-year-old Ronaldo had lost to Spain and wept his way out of his final World Cup. And with Messi trailing 2-0, some outlets were already running the headline, "Messi is going home too." Messi refused the script. Ronaldo's tears one day, Messi's revival the next, an almost perfect contrast. Messi's night was a drama in itself. The penalty miss and the free kick off the post briefly cast him as the villain. But the second half Messi was a completely different man. His equalizer gave him a goal in 9 straight World Cup matches, a record stretching back to the 2022 title run. It lifted his career World Cup tally to 21, and with his 8th goal of this tournament, he leads the Golden Boot race ahead of Mbappe and Holland. The emotion spilled onto the bench, too. Head coach Lionel Scaloni simply couldn't hold himself together. Fighting back tears, he struggled to speak. "What can I say?" he said. "What a great team, what great players. The players tell me I'm a crybaby," he admitted with a smile, "but this," he said, "is exactly why I coach." On the other side stood an Egypt team undone at the threshold of history, and that heartbreak quickly turned to anger. For Egypt, this was already a historic run, their first ever round of 16, one win from a maiden quarterfinal. To surrender a 2-goal lead and collapse at the death cut all the deeper, a rattled Egypt took 5 bookings in stoppage time alone. When it was over, Egypt took direct aim at the officiating. Coach Hossam Hassan said his side saw no respect, no fair play, and no fair officiating. He pointed to a penalty that VAR never checked, and a disallowed goal he called impossible to understand, with clear shirt-pulling ignored. Hassan went further. "I won't watch another match of this World Cup," he said. "This is how I make my voice heard." The protest didn't stop at words. According to the Egyptian outlet Yelokora, the Egyptian Federation filed a formal complaint with FIFA right after the game. The target was French referee François Letexier. Egypt demanded an immediate investigation of the referee and of the entire VAR team. These remain Egypt's own allegations, though FIFA's judgment, and any follow-up, has yet to come. Captain Salah's reaction was far more subdued. "Everyone saw what happened," he said, "and it's all God's will." In what is widely seen as his last World Cup, his duel with Messi ended carrying both disappointment and controversy. A defending champion that had stared elimination in the face had survived. With this win, the 2022 winners keep alive their pursuit of a 4th world title. Next up, Colombia, in Kansas City on July the 12th, for a place in the semifinals. The day after Ronaldo's goodbye, Messi rose again from the brink. Just how far this escape act can carry his final World Cup has the eyes of the world back on the 39-year-old.